Welcome, my name is Thomas and this is Smarthome-Training. This video is part of a video online training that I present to you for free. New videos will be published every week, but if you can't wait so long, please go to smarthome-training.com and use the offer code SMARTPeople to get a discount. This is just one of the ways to support me. You can also become a Patreon and please check the TS, they are really great. But now, enjoy today's lesson. Welcome to this next video. In this video I'm going to show you how to configure your things and stuff from a textual point of view. I said it before, it is very good to go one route, textual or graphical. Yeah, it's more common and to start with the graphical thing because it's much more easy for beginners. But in this course, I would like to show you what steps you have to do to go with the textual configuration. This will give you all the power to develop your smart home, and it will also enhance and speed up your setup configuration. Let's say, I would like to say it other way around. So if you would like to migrate to another platform from Windows, if you start on Windows and you want to go later on to a Raspberry Pi or to a Synology Disk Station, something like that, or a Mac, it's very easy to take your folder, all the content in there, and copy it simply to the new installation folder of openHAB, wherever it is. So this will lead to an automatic installation, and most of the time you should be ready to go from the start. That is a big advantage if you go one route with textual configuration. Otherwise you have to take other folders where the information from the graphical setup is lying into account and pull this data as well. And maybe there might be more hiccups if than going one way. That's so my recommendation, go with the textual part. And I would like to take the example of this Astro binding again. So what we first of all will do is go to your openHAB landing page. So it's openHAB :8080 in my case, paper UI, you're ready to go, and we have this add-ons, and of course you need the add-on install before you go further with installing, for example, things, configuring things, let's say, and so you need the binding. I already mentioned it. This has been also graphically installed, so using the paper UI, that is fine to go, but I've read about it and I experienced this problem as well. If I do a restart, for example, a reboot of my openHAB Raspberry Pi, maybe some of these bindings are not installed from the start. That is not a big issue. You can go here, install it again, but you might be confused. Why does my system run not anymore? So, and what is important is this middle part. So this here, this between binding and the version number. So Astro, for example, Adlona, all play, this piece of the string beneath the binding name is important to get it into configuration. And what I would like to show you, I will do an uninstall now. So uninstall the binding. We just wait a moment. And now, of course, I've lost my information for the things that I've configured, because this binding will have the interface to get the data, to send commands and so on. So my information regarding, for example, the sunrise, sunset is gone for now. But I do right click, do a copy, I go back to the Visual Studio Code editor, and what I would like to show you is in the services folder, if you go with a standard package configuration, you will get this addons.cfg file. Simply click here and you can see it, it's green. That means in the editor all the things are commented out. What you will find here is the package that is installed. We did it with the UI again, so the standard package is installed. We do not see it here. That is fine because for the moment we can just add our extensions, our add-ons here on the part. Yeah, you can see it's simply the same that we have in this paper UI. You see the bindings, you see the UI, you see persistence, actions, transformations, voice, MISC. That was the stuff we've already seen beneath the add-ons menu and the single sections. Yeah, we have been there. So I've copied it. I know it's a binding now. I just decomment it and I do a right click and I paste it here. If you need more than one binding, just pick a comma and put in the next part. I go back to the browser because you know we also had one binding that was the hue binding to control our bulbs. I also uninstall this. You see the part here. I simply click there, copy it. Yeah, it's uninstalled. Just wait for the moment. So going back, yeah, paste it here, and you see you can list all your bindings. You can do the other stuff also with your UI, persistent stuff, and so on. So whenever you want to install something new, I would suggest copy the string. You know it, where it came from now. Put it here in this folder, and now you can see I uninstalled it from the graphical UI. And now, as I told, you can see it's not saved. I will hit Control S now. Yeah, Control S. Go back here in my view of the paper UI. And now you can see hue binding installed, astro binding installed, and you can see it's getting blue. And that is simply the case because I've put it into the addons.cfg file. So this would be the starting point. Before we go further, please make sure that you take the bindings, the UI settings, persistent stuff you need in this addons.cfg file, because this will make sure even if you move all your folders to a new system, let's say, it will make sure that these bindings, for example, are installed from the start, that your connection to your physical things and your logical things, let's say, are included in your installation. Yeah, I think this is very helpful, and we will go on in the next video with the configuration of a manual thing. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Please remember you can buy the whole course right now at smarthome-training.com. You become a Patreon, and you also could subscribe and put on the bell button. That's perfectly fine, so you get notified when the next lesson is uploaded. And I would like to thank you again, say bye-bye, see you next week.